Here's where it happened around 8:45 last night. Officers were called to an address just north of 31st and Dodge. At the scene, officers located evidence of a shooting and were told a man drove himself to the hospital. The investigation is ongoing. Police are asking anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. Fireworks are being to blame for starting a house fire in West Omaha last night. Firefighters raced out to a home near northeast of 132nd and Pacific, just before 10 o'clock last night. They found smoke and flames coming from a home's garage. According to OFD, the homeowner said the fire started when the fireworks they were shooting off tipped over and then shot into the garage. It took crews just minutes to get everything under control, and fortunately, no one was injured.